Gotham's night is thick as grave dust, and somewhere in the dark, a train cuts through the black like a blade. But on this page, the horror is older than the city itself. A vampire stalks the rails, hidden in plain sight.
See, Mommy, there's the nice man I told you about. He said he wanted to meet you.
The child's innocent voice hangs in the air, unaware that the nice man is anything but human. The train rattles onward through the darkness, carrying a doomed passenger toward a meeting she will never forget. And in the shadows beyond the window, the predator waits, patient, hungry, and already halfway inside her nightmare. Paris, France, November 3rd, 1973, 4:37 a.m. An ebony-winged shape glides through the pre-dawn dark and plunges into the catacombs below the city.
Death, further on lies my prize, waiting for me to claim it.
Deep beneath the streets, the tunnels twist like a tomb. In this forgotten cemetery of stone and shadow, something ancient stirs.
No, it can't be. Not here. They mustn't have found this coffin as well.
Dawn is closing in fast, and every second tightens the noose around the darkness. If he fails now, an immortal horror will be lost to the day.
I have to find it now. Dracula will die. Death rides the rails. Pin the tail on the donkey, Fangface. Cause that's exactly what's common off tonight.
Gotham's darkness deepens into something older than fear, where even the shadows seem to breathe. In a hidden resting place, two enemies step out of legend and into the knife edge of night.
Blade, it ain't John Shaft Red Eyes. Figured you'd be showing up at one of your 4 resting places in France when we destroyed your supply in England.
He came prepared for a hunt, staking out the coffin like a trap laid in silence. And now the predator in the dark has found his prey.
So I just staked myself here knowing you'd have to pick one of them to sleep for the day. By the way, handsome, the rest of Harker's little group is waiting at your other coffins, so whichever one you picked, you would have lost. But to tell you the truth, Fangs, I'm kinda glad you picked this one, cause I've been itching to twist my wooden knife into your stinking hide for months now.
I am pleased as well, Blade, because I, too, have waited long to do battle with you, so I may rend you asunder, like this. And I must allow no one to spoil my plans, least of all a knife-wielding fool.
The vampire's fury surges through the crypt like a storm, and every promise in the chamber turns to blood and splinters. But this is only the beginning, and Blade has just stepped into the heart of the ambush. Gotham at night, shadows lengthening over ancient stone as a monstrous duel reaches its breaking point. In the black hush, Dracula rises like a nightmare given flesh.
Ha, you kick. Did you truly believe such a primitive show of force could possibly take Dracula unawares?
His voice rolls through the darkness like thunder, old as war and twice as cruel. He stands unbroken, a conqueror from another age.
Dracula, who once was the mightiest soldier in all Transylvania, who led armies of thousands into battle, who taught them every form of warfare. Here is your kick, Blade, and learn your lesson well.
The counterattack lands like a fatal judgment, and the blood-soaked graveyard seems to hold its breath. Blade reels as the count closes in, unstoppable.
You may have defeated my undead, but Dracula shall never be vanquished again.
You sought my death, my raven-fleshed foe.
Nuo, but it shall be your blood which stains these musty grounds. Farewell, Blade, your battle has ended, forever.
Gotham's black sky stretches thin over the city as dawn threatens the night. Somewhere in the dark, a desperate hunt races against the coming sun.
If I find no resting place this morn, victory shall be yours. Curse me for a fledgling vampire. I'll not die this night after all. You said you destroyed all 4 of my coffins, Blade, but there is a 5th, my foolish friend. There is a 5th.
Across the moonlit miles, the bat drives south and west, faster and faster as the night begins to pale. In nearby Versailles, salvation waits hidden from prying eyes, an unseen refuge that even the sharpest search could not uncover.
Then fly, Batman. Take me there before the light catches me.
But the sky is turning silver now, and the first cleansing rays of dawn creep closer by the second. If the bat is too late, the sun will burn the monster from the earth, and Gotham's night will end in fire. Gotham feels like a graveyard in the rain, its shadows full of old sins and older memories. Somewhere in the dark, a sorrow long buried begins to speak.
Yes, there are memories here of past victories, and even of defeats.
Defeat leaves a bitter taste, and for him it is more than loss, it is the wound that took Maria from him. But the truth cuts deeper still.
Died? No, she was murdered.
In the catacombs beneath Paris, rage echoes off wet stone as a blade is raised, and vengeance is spoken like prayer.
Blade, and in the name of God in heaven, Dracula's killed him.
The voice of grief becomes a roar, raging against the self-righteous monsters who stole the only woman he ever truly loved. First his wife, then his daughter, and now this.
Me, Blade, there is no other way to set your soul at rest. Only this. This stake may give you the peace you wish for.
For one suspended heartbeat, silence swallows everything as the stake plunges downward. And in that terrible instant, the night holds its breath, waiting for the impact. Gotham's darkness gives way to a nightmare across the world. Beneath Paris, in a tomb of stone and dust, a terrible choice hangs in the air. I am sorry for what I must do, Blade, but you would be the first to insist on it. Dracula's taint still courses through him, and Quincy Harker raises the stake to end the plague before the monster fully wakes. For one heartbeat, mercy and murder balance on the edge of that wooden point, then the dead stirs. Hold it, Harker, I'm not ready to be made holy yet. Blade surges back to life, a vampire not fully born, glaring up from the brink of death. What? Gotham at night hangs under a bruised, gothic sky, where fear and blood often travel the same streets. In a shadowed hideout, two figures face the impossible. God, I still feel the marks on my neck, the dried blood around them, but I haven't changed. I haven't become a vampire. It seems most impossible, yet the principle works on normal human diseases. I'm not sure, Blade, but I believe you're immune to vampire bites. Totally and completely immune. How, for God's sake, tell me why I haven't changed? You mean because my mother was killed by a vampire while she was in labor, while I was being born? The answer lands like a grim inheritance, a secret carried in blood from the moment of birth. In Gotham, even fate wears fangs. So that means there's some vampire blood in me, not enough to change me, but just enough to give me immunity. Okay, Harker, I don't give a flying hoot if that's the reason I'm living or not. If I'm immune, then nothing's gonna stop me now, baby, nothing. Gotham night atmosphere cloaks the city in ink and thunder, but this story drifts to London, where darkness wears a more ancient face. Far from Dracula's fallen body, another war is already moving in the shadows. In a chamber thick with tension, Harker pleads for one more moment of patience. But Blade stands ready to break from the room, his hunt burning hotter than caution.
Again, I ask you, Mr. Blade, please stay. Your services are invaluable.
Sorry, Harker, but you people play a game of waiting. That's not my style. We fight when we're ready, which is usually too blasted late to do any good.
Blade turns his back on the war against Dracula, his mind fixed on a different killer stalking the night. A colder vengeance drives him now, one born from blood and buried grief.
Sides, Drax, your hang-up. I've got my own problems, namely a certain killer of pregnant women.
If you're referring to the one who slayed your mother, he is undoubtedly dead by now.
You forget, Harker, I've got some of his blood in me, and that tells me he's still around, still skulking in some stinking dark alley someplace. And now that you tell me I'm immune to vampire bites causing him, well, there's no stopping me. And man, when I'm done with him, he's going to be one blasted ugly corpse. No buts, Harker. I'm leaving and call off Taj. Cause if I have to, I'll walk right over him to get out of here.
Blade strides into the dark, a man forged by monsters and driven by rage. In Gotham or London, the night always remembers the same truth. Some hunts never end. Gotham lies beneath a veil of rain and shadow. the city breathing like a wounded beast in the dark.
Goodbye, Mr. Blade.
The Dark Knight lowers his voice, each word carrying the weight of mercy in a merciless city.
God be with you.
For a moment, even Gotham seems to hold its breath as the vigilante offers a prayer over the fallen.
May you find the peace you've searched so desperately long for.
But in Gotham, peace is a fragile thing, and the night is never finished with its dead.